It is often said that the scariest things are those that appear normal at first, and that's the case in our first video today. Somewhere in the world, a man looked up to the sky and saw what looked like a very big bird flying in the sky. He wasn't going to pay any attention to it, but something told him to look again, and when he did, what he noticed shocked him enough that he had to make a video for the rest of us to see. Let's take a look. Just like I said earlier, I'm sure it looked like a bird to you, but if you pay closer attention, you'll notice just how strange that creature is. Firstly, how many birds are big enough to be noticeable when they're flying so high up in the sky? Secondly, the flying patterns of the creature and how it keeps trying to stick behind the clouds is quite unusual. So the question I have for you is that really a bird or is it something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I'm sure we all know what an electric fish is, but have you ever seen one in action? Well, you're about to. For those who might be a bit confused, let me give a little explanation. An electric fish is a type of fish that can generate electric fields. Electric fishes are divided into two categories depending on the strength of the electricity they discharge. So, there are weakly electric fish and strongly electric fish. The most common strongly electric fish is the electric eel, which can generate powerful electric shocks up to 600 volts, and you're about to see it do just that in this video. Take a look.
No. 哇，它太亮了，好漂亮！正口，哇，是个正口，好漂亮，好大。
There's no other word to describe what we just saw, except amazing. I can definitely say that this is my first time seeing something like this. But what about you? Tell me about your experiences with electric fishes in the comments section. For the scientists in the house, this next video will make you question the laws of physics. The purpose of an aeroplane is to transport people by moving through the sky, and that means that a plane that stands still in the sky should be impossible. But that's exactly what a group of friends living in Mexico noticed one random afternoon. Let's take a look.
Está quieta. Está quieta. Mírenla, miren esa avioneta. Yo no sé. Está planeando. Hey, sir, take the airplane. Mírenla, mírenla. Se está dejando llevar por el aire. Pero miremos bien eso. Miremos esa vaina, el viento. ¿Está firmándolo? Claro. Totalmente quieta. No se mueve. Parece un helicóptero. Entiende un helicóptero. No, ¿qué tal de que se vaya en pica?
This is one of the strangest things I've ever seen. And what's that behind the plane? I have zero idea what exactly is going on here, or why the plane is staying still in the sky. If you have a better idea than I do, please share it in the comments section. If you don't believe in ghosts, this video is gonna change your mind. A man in Honduras was in a hospital visiting his relative when he noticed that the energy in the corridor was off. He became very cautious and decided to get his camera out to record whatever was about to happen. Just as he got his camera out, he saw a ghost come out of one of the rooms, looking left and right before it started to move. But seeing is believing, so watch this video to confirm. That's one of the most creepy things I've seen in a while. When you think about it, the location of this ghost makes a lot of sense because a hospital is probably the most common place to find a ghost, since a lot of people die there. I think what makes it so creepy is how the ghost looks around before stepping outside the room. The cameraman ran away in a panic, and I probably would have done the same. Do you believe in mermaids? I do, and this video has just strengthened my belief that they exist. If you're not yet a believer, this is your chance to change your mindset. This man named Eric is someone who strongly believes in mermaids, and he often goes on trips to search for them and get evidence that they exist. For a very long time, his trips were unsuccessful, and he wasn't able to get any mermaids on camera until this lucky day when he came across one. Let's take a look at this special video Eric was able to get for us. Amazing, right? Turns out that mermaids actually exist. And not only that, they look just like we thought they did. I've replayed this video many times just to watch that colorful tail sweep past the camera again. What do you think about Eric's encounter? Are you a mermaid believer or not? Let me know in the comments. We're not done with the ghost sightings yet. This next video is another proof that ghosts are real. If you still don't believe in them after this, then there might be no saving you. These guys were on their way home around 2 a.m. when they ran into someone. The person had come out of nowhere, and the driver couldn't stop the car early enough. Panicking about the fact that they had just hit someone, the passenger got out of the car to see how the person was doing, but he wasn't prepared for what happened when he got out of the car. Watch this. Turns out they didn't actually hit a person, but a ghost. You can see both guys searching everywhere for the person they thought they had run over, but there was nothing. If you were paying attention at the beginning of the video, you would see that the figure crossing the road was actually translucent. This is definitely strange and scary at the same time. Paranormal activities have been happening for a long time, and this video that was taken by a CCTV camera in 2014 is proof of it. A man named Feldwald was working as a security guard in Saarbrücken, Germany. One morning, someone came to complain that their bicycle had been stolen the night before. Feldwald had the brilliant idea of checking the cameras for who had stolen the bicycle, and while checking it, he saw something that sent chills down his spine. Turns out, the bicycle had been stolen, but by an invisible person. Watch this. The CCTV camera caught the bicycle moving by itself in the middle of the night. As you could see, no one was riding it. There have been different theories about how the bicycle could have moved on its own, and the most common is that a ghost was riding it. I agree with this theory. It's just the only thing that makes sense. Whatever it was, one thing is for sure, it was not a human. We're not done with the ghost sightings yet. This next video is another proof that ghosts are real. If you still don't believe in them after this, then there might be no saving you. These guys were on their way home around 2 a.m. when they ran into someone. The person had come out of nowhere, and the driver couldn't stop the car early enough. Panicking about the fact that they had just hit someone, the passenger got out of the car to see how the person was doing, but he wasn't prepared for what happened when he got out of the car. Watch this. Turns out they didn't actually hit a person, but a ghost. You can see both guys searching everywhere for the person they thought they had run over, but there was nothing. If you were paying attention at the beginning of the video, you would see that the figure crossing the road was actually translucent. This is definitely strange and scary at the same time. Despite all the videos of aliens I've seen over the years, I've never actually seen an alien baby. It made me start to wonder if aliens were even born at all, or if they just came into existence fully grown. But after seeing this video, I can say that my curiosity has been satisfied. In Bihar, a person noticed something weird on their balcony. After studying it for a while, it became very clear that it was an alien baby. Watch this and see for yourself. This sight is so unusual that many people gathered to take turns looking at the alien baby without getting too close. If you heard there was an alien baby at your neighbor's house, would you go there to take a look? Still on the topic of aliens, what do you think they look like? We've all thought they look so different from humans, but what if there were some aliens that look just like us? What if the only thing that differentiates us is something as simple as them being able to turn their hands backwards? This woman in a bar was seen picking up her beer with her hand turned backwards, and it has made many people wonder if she's an alien. Let's take a look at this. That is definitely strange, and I can see why people think she's an alien. The scary thing is that she looks so normal. Does that mean your best friend could actually be an alien? Maybe we should start watching those around us to make sure they don't have any special powers. We've looked at many strange creatures, but this might be the strangest of them all. A group of tourists were hanging around an old cave in the water when they heard some strange sound. It sounded like someone was in trouble and calling for help. They decided to go closer to the cave to figure out what was going on, and they found this strange-looking creature caught under a rock. Even though they were scared, the creature seemed really friendly and harmless, so they decided to help it out. They took this video after they saved this very strange creature.
So we're gonna move. Yep. Super, we're gonna move. Monya, I got this for you. So we're gonna move over there.
I don't have any idea what kind of creature this is. It looks like a masquerade of some sort, but also has some human features. Let me know your theories about it in the comments. This next video is quite a shocking one. In Queensland, Australia, residents woke up one morning and found the carcass of a pig. The pig wasn't just dead. It had been ripped in half in a very clean manner. What was even more shocking was the extremely large footprints that surrounded the carcass of the pig.
You got a cigarette box?
No, there's probably a boot next to it. Fucking ripped clean in half, and then this next to it.
Got a good shot of it? That might be a better one there.
And it's going up the hill.
Hey, what about just digging a hole and burying it? It's only 2 grand. Yeah, that's right. What about up there? What's up there? Oh, that's not it. Well, you can see where something's dragged it down there.
Yeah.
I didn't look to see if the other car's still up there. You're bossing his eyes open up.
It's very clear that it wasn't a regular animal that did that. If the size of the footprints doesn't let you know that the culprit is Bigfoot, think about how the pig was ripped apart almost surgically. There's no animal in the jungle that is capable of doing that. What do you think? In April 2024, a man in Chile noticed some strange lights on a mountain ridge. They looked like the headlights of a car at first, but when he moved closer, he could tell that it wasn't a car. There are different theories about what the strange lights are, and I'd like to know what you think after watching this video. Take a look. Some people think the lights are a type of aliens, especially because they can be seen floating above the ground at some point. They seem to be scanning the ground for something, but no one has any idea what they could be looking for either. We're wrapping up today with a video of a bleeding tree. Yes, you heard that right. This man went into the woods to chop down trees with his friends. When they cut down one of the trees, they noticed the tree had some red stains on its surface. What was most surprising is that the red stain wasn't dry like you would have expected. Because of how strange it was, they decided to cut into the tree to see if anything was going on inside, and they were very shocked when they discovered the blood. Take a look at this. I don't see any logical explanation for why there is blood inside a tree. I wonder how it got there and where it came from, but I guess we might never know. We all know that the clouds in the sky don't have a specific shape or form. They are irregular and can look like different things at different times. But one thing we're all confident about when it comes to the clouds is that they are always white. They might be irregular in shape, but their color is always the same. Although the shade of white might change depending on the weather, it's still always white. But what if you saw a red cloud? In the Caribbean, a weird cloud formation was spotted in the sky. And not only was the shape of this cloud weirder than usual, the color was also very strange. Take a look at this.
Well, I don't know what this is. Something going on up in the sky. Like red clouds. Wow. Behind all the other clouds.
Crazy, right? While this might not mean anything, a lot of people have said that it could also be a sign of aliens. What do you think? We have a lineup of paranormal incidents for you today, and this one is going to get you thinking. These two girls were hanging out with their other friends in the woods, and part of it was jumping from a ledge into a small river. It was supposed to be a simple activity, designed to help everyone have fun, but after the first girl jumped, nobody was really interested in having fun anymore. Here's a look at what happened.
Ready, Kayla? Yes. Grace? Go, I'm filming.
Holy
What exactly did the girl hit before falling into the water? It looked like there was an invisible force holding her up for a moment before she eventually dropped into the water. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely not jumping into a water with invisible beings. Have you ever seen a waterfall coming from the sky? We all have an idea of where you find waterfalls. It's usually from mountains and not from the sky. The water that comes from the sky is rain. Now, if you were paying attention in science class, then you'll remember that rain comes from the clouds bursting when they become too heavy, and rain is just water droplets that evaporated from the earth. So seeing what is equivalent to a river falling from the sky is definitely unusual, but that's exactly what's happening in this next video. Let's take a look.
Còn nó có chạy ghê không? Chạy hả? À. Anh em! Sang vô! Sang vô!
Lợi lực luôn á, muốn sập luôn á, chỗ nó này. Rồi mấy người đứng muốn sập luôn nữa. Cao ghê.
How strange. How do you explain such an amount of water falling from the sky? And more than that, it's only pouring in one spot. Let me know your theories about this in the comments section. For those of you who don't believe in ghosts, I want you to know that I'm not giving up on you. I'm going to keep trying to convince you that they're real. And this video is a huge part of my efforts. 11 years ago, this man visited a tourist attraction in England named Longleat House. This house is one of the most famous examples of high Renaissance architecture in Britain. And apart from the impressive house, there's also a safari park, beautiful gardens, and a maze you can get lost in. It's definitely an interesting place to visit, and this man did not want to miss out. The only downside of this house is that it's been rumored to have some ghosts in it. As usual, many people didn't believe this, and this man was one of them. Imagine his shock when he came across one while he was there. Let's take a look. There are so many creepy parts to this video. First is the shadow without an owner, then the creepy footsteps. That house is definitely haunted, and as beautiful as it is, I don't think I'll be visiting. When we talk about strange creatures, they're almost always some sort of animal or some other weird looking things. But today, our strange creature looks just like us. Yes, our strange creature is a human, or at least looks like one. I'm almost convinced that aliens actually look just like us, and this video is only supporting that theory. Watch this.
Okay, everybody, it's a normal hand. Very normal. Do it. Oh, god damn it. That hurt your fist?
How in the world did he do that? That is not natural in any way, shape, or form. Do you know anybody else that can do that? Maybe they're aliens too. Let me know if you can do this. The search for mermaids is something that has been going on for ages, and this video, see that? I'm so excited to see real proof that mermaids exist. Do you think this video is real? Have you ever heard of something called crown shyness? It's also known as canopy disengagement, canopy shyness, or intercrown spacing. If you know nothing about it, don't worry, that's why I'm here. Crown shyness is a very fascinating natural phenomenon where the canopies of some tree species grow in a way that their leaves and branches avoid touching one another. What this creates is a beautiful and intricate pattern in the forest canopy that looks like something from another world. If you're having a hard time visualizing what it looks like, then take a look at this video.
Because they are still small. Even the British who planted the trees here, they didn't know. We attract so many people here to see the crown shyness.
The same species.
Yeah, same species. Same species. This one is the same species. You will plant another species, different species, then you won't see this character.
I'm sure we can all agree that it's a really beautiful sight. The weird thing about this, though, is that no one can really explain why it happens. Even the scientists are not entirely sure. Crown shyness is usually seen in tree species like eucalyptus, Dryobalanops, and some pines. If you worship the Hindu goddess Lord Kali, or you know anyone that does, then pay extra attention to this video. This video has been referred to as a miracle video by the person who took it, and many others that have watched it before now. When you watch it, you'll most likely have the same opinion. This man went to the temple to pray and decided to take some videos before he left, but he was shocked to his bones when he noticed that the goddess's eyes were following him as he was taking the video. Let's watch this.
get that. Morning.
I didn't ever imagine something like this could actually happen until I watched this video. It's creepy and amazing at the same time. What do you think? Did you know that not all waters mix together? When a river flows into another, or when one body of water meets another, you'd expect that they'd immediately mix together. But that's not the case at the Gulf of Alaska. Before I explain why, take a look at this video. Amazing, right? The Gulf of Alaska is where the North Pacific Ocean meets the southeastern coastline of Alaska. The water from Alaska is glacial meltwater, while the water from the Pacific Ocean is salt water. Because of the difference in salinity and density, these two bodies of water don't immediately mix when they meet each other. Instead, they create a striking visual effect. The water in the Gulf of Alaska is usually two different shades of blue. However, it is occasionally browner due to high amounts of iron during warmer seasons. This is definitely one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Have you ever seen the Gulf of Alaska in person? Let me know in the comments section. Time for us to go back to seeing some strange creatures. On the 9th of July 2018, two men found a humanoid creature floating alive on the shore of a beach in China. Take a look at this. This creature is surely the definition of strange. While the man who was the first to see the creature is holding it up to show his friend, you can see the creature moving its legs. There are so many strange things about this creature, from its human-like head and its weird-looking arms and legs. Some people think that this could be a mutated starfish or a new species of sea life. I think this is some sort of alien. I mean, since when did fishes start looking like humans? There's no way that thing is just a fish. Still speaking of weird-looking fishes, here's another one for you. Between the last video and this one, I honestly can't tell you which one is weirder. I'll leave you to decide that for yourself. Watch this. This fish looks like something out of The Little Mermaid, but it also looks like something out of my nightmares. I can't decide if it's cute or scary yet. All I know is that it's weird. Fishes don't look like that. At least, none that I've ever seen. It looks like it could start speaking at any moment. What's going on in the depths of the ocean? I have no idea about that. All I know is that if all fishes start to look like that, I can say for sure that I'm becoming vegan. Aliens are real, and they're arriving on Earth more frequently than before. In recent years, there have been multiple sightings of strange lights seen in the sky. These lights are very unusual, and they dance around in the sky and have some strange movements that regular lights are incapable of. The most recent of these sightings happened on the 28th of November, 2024, and the location was Hertfordshire, UK. Take a look at this. I think we can all agree that it's very strange to see something like this. What's even stranger is the fact that all over the world, different people have reported this exact same incident. From Texas to Glasgow, and even Brazil, these lights are being seen. If you have any other explanations for it except aliens, do let me know in the comments section. This next video will give you goosebumps and make your skin crawl. At the Eisenhower State Park, near the Oklahoma border, something really weird was found. The rangers of the park were going about their day early in the morning when they noticed clumps of earthworms in the road. You wouldn't understand how strange this is until you watch it, so take a look at this. Let's start with the fact that earthworms aren't usually found in the middle of the road. Then, let's also talk about the fact that earthworms aren't exactly social animals. When you put all these together, it's very strange to see clumps of maybe thousands of earthworms all over each other in the middle of the road. There are different theories as to why this happened, but I want to hear what you think. Do you think Bigfoot is real? No matter your prior beliefs, this video is about to convince you that Bigfoot is indeed real. While a train was passing by Southwest Colorado, one of its passengers looked out the window and saw something extremely weird. A strange entity was moving around in the fields and exhibiting some strange behaviors. After looking closer, the passenger realized that this strange creature was a Bigfoot. Of course, they had to take a video to show the rest of the world. Here's the video.
It's an elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera, I'll do it.
Just like every other Bigfoot sighting, there are people that believe it's real and those who think it's not. Where do you fall in? We're ending today's video with a video of an amazing natural sight known as the reindeer cyclone. If you've never heard about this, then pay attention because you're about to learn something new. A reindeer cyclone is formed by a group of reindeers, usually about 20 to 25 in number, when they feel threatened. This cyclone formation is an effective defense mechanism against any predator, including wolves, bears, and even humans. Take a look at this. The constant movement of the reindeers makes it extremely difficult for anyone hunting to target any of them. Reindeers practice this formation for years, making sure to shield the fawns in the center. As shocking as this formation is, I think we all agree that it's a beautiful one. We're starting off today with a really scary video, but unlike what you might be expecting, this scary video is not about ghosts or aliens, it's about alligators. This young boy went fishing with his dad in Florida, and he was really excited to catch some fish. Not long after, he caught a bass and started to reel it in, but what happened after will blow your mind. Watch this.
You got it, buddy.
Dad, he's tired.
It's all right, buddy. Keep going.
Tired.
You got it.
Oh,
You got it.
he's a fighter. I think this might have been a bit on the outside sector.
Oh my God.
How scary is that? That alligator came out of nowhere and snatched that fish real quick. According to some people, this is not such a weird thing to happen in Florida. Has this ever happened to you before? Our next video is quite a strange one, and I'd really like to know what you think about it. An unknown flying object was seen flying over Anchorage, Alaska in November of 2024. Apart from how strange the object looked, what was even weirder is the fact that there was little to no wind to carry the object. This means that it had to be flying by itself. Take a look at what the object looks like. What is that? I'm not entirely sure what that object is, but some people have said that it looks like a floating humanoid, while others have said it looks like a flying alien witch or wizard. What do you think this is? And how do you think it's able to fly without any wind? This video was posted to TikTok by a person named Della, and it will literally make chills run down your spine. I don't think things get creepier than this, ever. Della was going through their door camera when they came across something very concerning. At 4:16 a.m. the previous night, a random woman walked up to their doorway and started acting very strange. She looks inside the glass door and then starts acting even stranger. Watch this.
At 4:16 a.m. a random woman walks up to my doorway acting strangely. She starts looking inside my glass door, then does this.
Was that scary or what? Watching this video left me feeling very unsettled and unsafe, and I have no idea why that woman was there or why she was acting that way. All I can say is, I would be employing bodyguards if I were Della. What do you think of this whole incident? Do you feel unsettled too? We're not done with the unsettling videos yet. In fact, I think this one might be more unsettling than the last. Did you know that two-headed cows exist? I never imagined there was something like that before I watched this video, and I thought I'd enlighten you about it too. Watch this. There are so many weird things in this video, from the two-headed cow to the way it's simultaneously licking with its two tongues. Everything is just wrong. So I researched two-headed cows and found out that it's actually an extremely rare condition called polycephaly. It happens due to abnormal embryo development and can happen in other animals apart from cows. Usually, animals with this condition die at a very young age because of how difficult it is for them to eat and breathe. But I guess this cow is an anomaly in more than one way, because it's still alive as an adult. If you thought we were done with the weird videos, you thought wrong. This next one beats all the others. A man in Boston saw a very weird scene in the woods beside his house, and he had to take a video for the rest of us. This bizarre video of turkeys walking in a circle around a deceased cat will make you wonder what exactly is going on in this world. Watch this.
That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Turkeys walking in a circle around a dead cat in the middle of the road. What? Bro, this is wild.
strange, right? Why are they doing that? Is it some sort of weird funeral ritual, or are they just preparing to eat the poor cat? I really wonder what's going on there, and I'm sure you are too. Let me know your theories in the comments section. Do you think ape men are real? If not, this video is about to change your mind. It was summer 2018, and this group of guys went camping in Washington as a way to have some fun and relax. Things were going well, and it was fun, until around 1 in the morning when they started to hear some very loud and strange sounds. At first, they thought it was an elk, but the more the noise continued, the more they realized that those sounds couldn't be coming from an elk. Watch this.
Hear it? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light. Hey! That was not an elk. Where's that coming from? Get my keys. Oh, get ready.
That sounds like ape men to me. What do you think? If there's anything that's for sure, it's that there wasn't much relaxing after this happened. We're moving on with a video of a very strange creature that was found in the water. I'm almost fully convinced that the ocean just holds all sorts of creepy and weird creatures that no one knows about. I would love to know your thoughts on what this creature is, but let's watch this video first.
Bruh, what kind of... Get this chicken. Just that snatcher mix. You know you want it. Come get it. Come get it. I don't know what in the world you are, but we gonna get you out this water. Somebody let me know, what is this? It's half turtle, half, I don't know. What the fish snatcher, boy? You moving too quick. You watch out there now. You like that chicken, don't you?
From the shape of the creature to its color, there are many strange things here. There are also many theories on what exactly this creature is, and one of them is that it's an albino soft-shell turtle. I'm not sure I really see the resemblance here, but it could just be me. What do you think this creature is? Let me know in the comments section. How long do you think the world's biggest snake is? 12 feet? 20? Well, it turns out that the world's biggest snake might be 33 feet long. Crazy, right? That's about as long as a school bus, or as tall as 2 giraffes stacked on top of each other. This terrifying 33 feet anaconda was discovered lurking in caves near a dam construction site in Brazil. And you'll be mind blown when you watch this video. This sight is both impressive and scary at the same time. Imagine coming across this snake alone. What would you do except scream for your life? If you don't already know, then I'm happy to inform you that octopuses are one of the coolest animals to ever exist. Apart from their weird shape, they are also masters of disguise and some of the most skilled camouflage artists in the animal kingdom. There are different types of octopuses, but the mimic octopus takes disguise to the next level by not just blending in. It is able to imitate other animals like sea snakes, lionfish, or flounders. It can change its shape, movements, and even behavior to appear as something more threatening. And that's what's going on in this video. Take a look. Amazing, right? If I didn't know that was an octopus before watching the video, I'd have been fooled. It has been discovered that octopuses are so good at disguising so that they can avoid predators, ambush prey, and even communicate with each other. I really think they're one of the most amazing animals ever. This next video is weird, strange, unsettling, and all the other words in this category. We're moving to Pakistan where this video was taken, and if it doesn't make you feel weird, then you might need to see a doctor. Take a look at this. This is a horrible video of millions of fishes dying in the desert of Pakistan due to floods and climate change. This video is very concerning for many reasons. It shows just how bad our planet is getting, and it also raises concerns in terms of food. I'm sure there are many people who depend on fishes as food and a way of livelihood in general, and it makes me wonder what's going to happen to them if all the fishes are dead. What do you think about this video? Do you think it's strange and concerning too, or not? We're moving on to another video of a strange creature, and I have absolutely no idea what it could be. I'm counting on you to have a better idea than I do. This strange creature is another sea creature, and it's really just convincing me that the ocean houses all the strangest creatures to ever exist. I guess that makes sense, since they say only about 20% of the ocean has been explored and mapped out by humans. This means that for all we know, there could be aliens living in the remaining 80%. Anyway, take a look at the video of this strange creature. Apart from the fact that no one has ever seen a creature like this, there are many reasons why this creature is strange. First, it has a weird-looking shell, but also has some octopus-like tentacles, except they're much thinner. No matter how hard I think, I have no idea what this creature is, except maybe an alien. What do you think? We're wrapping up today with a video of another strange creature. They seem to be never-ending today. This one looks weird, but there are many theories about what it is, so maybe it's not that strange after all. I'll let you decide that for yourself after you watch this video. This creature that looks like it doesn't have eyes is definitely a very strange one. Just looking at it makes me feel some type of way. A lot of people seem to think that this is a lesser blind mole rat, and after doing some research, I might agree with them. The lesser blind mole rat is a small mammal that is usually about 6 to 8 inches long, and it usually has a soft fur that is either gray, brown, or sandy. They live underground and have tiny eyes that are covered with skin. These animals are functionally blind because they don't need to see underground. They also have prominent incisors that stick out beyond the lips. After looking at all these features, I definitely agree that this strange creature is a lesser blind mole rat. Have you ever seen one of these before? Let me know in the comments. Aliens are real, and they're arriving on Earth more frequently than before. In recent years, there have been multiple sightings of strange lights seen in the sky. These lights are very unusual, and they dance around in the sky and have some strange movements that regular lights are incapable of. The most recent of these sightings happened on the 28th of November, 2024, and the location was Hertfordshire, UK. Take a look at this. I think we can all agree that it's very strange to see something like this. What's even stranger is the fact that all over the world, different people have reported this exact same incident. From Texas to Glasgow, and even Brazil, these lights are being seen. If you have any other explanations for it except aliens, do let me know in the comments section. This next video will give you goosebumps and make your skin crawl. At the Eisenhower State Park, near the Oklahoma border, something really weird was found. The rangers of the park were going about their day early in the morning when they noticed clumps of earthworms in the road. You wouldn't understand how strange this is until you watch it, so take a look at this. Let's start with the fact that earthworms aren't usually found in the middle of the road. Then, let's also talk about the fact that earthworms aren't exactly social animals. When you put all these together, it's very strange to see clumps of maybe thousands of earthworms all over each other in the middle of the road. There are different theories as to why this happened, but I want to hear what you think. Do you think Bigfoot is real? No matter your prior beliefs, this video is about to convince you that Bigfoot is indeed real. While a train was passing by Southwest Colorado, one of its passengers looked out the window and saw something extremely weird. A strange entity was moving around in the fields and exhibiting some strange behaviors. After looking closer, the passenger realized that this strange creature was a Bigfoot. Of course, they had to take a video to show the rest of the world. Here's the video.
It's an elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera, I'll do it.
Just like every other Bigfoot sighting, there are people that believe it's real and those who think it's not. Where do you fall in? We're ending today's video with a video of an amazing natural sight known as the reindeer cyclone. If you've never heard about this, then pay attention because you're about to learn something new. A reindeer cyclone is formed by a group of reindeers, usually about 20 to 25 in number, when they feel threatened. This cyclone formation is an effective defense mechanism against any predator, including wolves, bears, and even humans. Take a look at this. The constant movement of the reindeers makes it extremely difficult for anyone hunting to target any of them. Reindeers practice this formation for years, making sure to shield the fawns in the center. As shocking as this formation is, I think we all agree that it's a beautiful one. We're starting off today with a very disturbing video that will leave you with a lot of questions. These two guys living in Oregon heard gunshots in the backwoods near their house. According to law, you're not allowed to shoot in these woods, so they became concerned and decided to go check out what was going on. As they got closer to the woods, the gunshots became louder, and soon after, the culprit came out of the woods. When they tried informing the man that he couldn't shoot there, this was what happened.
There it is, there it is, there it is. I'm pretty sure I got it on camera.
I really don't want to get shot.
It's just right around the fucking corner, man. We live up the street. This has been happening for the past at least 3 days. Hey!
Hey, we're coming up!
We live up the street. You're not supposed to shoot down this road. What the f?
We're coming up!
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Is that who was shooting? Hey, are you shooting? You can't shoot here. Hey, that guy's dressed up like something, man. Oh shit, no it's not. That's a f***ing clown, man. Hey, whoa, buddy. Oh shit! Oh, 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 hey, man! Oh, shit! Not anymore. Oh shit! Oh! 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 Hey, man! Oh shit! Ah! Oh! Not anymore.
Now, let's focus on how weird the shooter was. He looked like a clown, and it didn't seem like he was wearing a costume. It seemed like that was his actual face. Apparently, this clown man has also been seen in other states, acting weird and trying to harm people. We don't know yet if it's the same person, or if there are different clown men. One thing that is for sure though, is that whatever this clown man is, he is definitely a dangerous creature. Those guys did well by running away when they did. I truly believe that octopuses are one of the coolest sea creatures, and this video is a testament to that. There are so many different species of octopus, and one of the strangest and most fascinating of them is the blanket octopus. It is known for its stunning and unique appearance, and it is especially fascinating because of its web-like membrane that stretches between its arms like a blanket. These octopuses prefer to live in very deep waters far from shore, and so it is very weird to see them just floating in the water. But that's exactly what is happening in this video. Take a look at this. In some cultures, seeing the blanket octopus so close to shore is a sign that something bad is about to happen, probably because they kind of look like dead bodies when they're floating so close to shore. The blanket octopus is definitely a very unique creature, and you should learn more about it. If I can guarantee you anything, it's that this next video is going to be the strangest thing you have ever seen. Two guys stumbled upon this sea creature on the beach, and it ended up being the weirdest thing they had ever encountered. I don't even know how to explain this scenario to you, so I'm just going to let you watch it for yourself. Take a look at this. What kind of creature is that? I have no idea what it might be, but I'm very disturbed by its characteristics. So many people have different theories on what exactly it is, and I'd like to know what your theory is in the comments section. This next video is one that you can call a miracle video. For the Christians here, you will be very glad to see this video. This woman was getting baptized in the river, and when the pastor dipped her in and brought her out, everyone was shocked at what happened next. Watch this. Did you see that black thing floating underneath the water? It seems like the baptism literally brought out the evil spirit that was in the woman. This video is such a miracle, and it is an amazing moment to watch. What do you think about this experience? Have you experienced anything similar to this? Let us know in the comments section. Do you think zombies are real? If you haven't been chased by one, then it might be difficult for you to believe they actually exist. But for the man in this video, there is no doubt that zombies are real because he was chased by one. This man was walking home at night when he felt something following him. He started videoing himself as a safety precaution and eventually started to run when things seemed to be getting dangerous. He thought it was a robber or serial killer chasing him, but when he turned back to look, he was shocked at what he saw. Take a look at this.
It's getting really fucking cold out here, guys. The fuck up.
I don't know what else to call that except a zombie. I can't imagine getting chased by a zombie in the middle of the night, but I can imagine how scared this man must have been when he realized what was happening. What would you have done if this was you? Now we're moving to Japan, where something strange and mysterious was found on a beach. This thing was so scary that it caused the government to intervene and close down a beach. Do you want to know what it was? Take a look at this video. That was a mysterious iron ball that just washed up to the beach on a random afternoon. This iron ball looks so intimidating and scary, and to be quite honest, it looks like something that can explode at any time. I guess the Japanese government agreed with me because they closed down the beach after finding this ball, and troops were deployed to find out the nature of the ball. What do you think this mysterious iron ball is? An explosive or something else? One thing that everyone should know is that there are paranormal creatures that exist in this world with us. If you don't believe this, then this video should be able to convince you of that fact. This old man calls himself a pixie hunter, and he goes deep into the woods because he believes that pixies are real, and he wants to find them by himself. Usually, he never really finds anything, but on this day, he stumbled upon a tiny humanoid creature while he was on his hunt. Take a look at this video.
Just keep watching up behind me on that ledge. Oh, sorry about that. He was doing. Oh, there he is. Okay. It's there. Ah, well, at least we've got a shot of one.
Did you see that? That was such a tiny creature, and it appeared to be peeping or searching for something. It looks like what I imagine an alien to look like, but way tinier. Do you think this is a pixie, or do you have other theories on what it is? And if you think this experience was not real, I would love to hear your arguments in the comments section. We're not done with the alien-looking creatures. We have another video for you that shows a strange and unknown creature, and this one was found under the water. A man was scuba diving when he came across this creature. At first, it was so still that it appeared to be dead, but after a few moments of watching it, the creature tried standing up. Let's take a look. There are so many strange things in this video, starting from how the creature looks. If this is not an alien, then I don't know what else to call it. I don't know if you noticed, but there was something that looked like a hand at the corner. This whole video is really creepy, and I don't know how this man even stumbled upon this area of the sea. All I know is that he had better leave as soon as possible before that creature actually succeeds in standing up. Have you ever heard about the rocket booster crash that happened in 2022? It was about a Chinese Long March 5B rocket crashing in space, with debris from the rocket falling back to Earth in areas near Malaysia and the Philippines. While this incident was quite an interesting one to hear about, it's even more interesting to see how the rocket exploded in space. Well, we have the video for you, and it's really amazing to see. Watch this. It took me a while to realize that that tiny thing moving in the sky was actually the rocket, and when it eventually exploded, it was quite an amazing and scary sight to see. If you've been watching our videos for a while, then you will have heard from me that only 20% of the ocean has been explored. Recently, it seems like the rest of the 80% nobody knows about keeps surfacing on Earth. All sorts of strange sea creatures have been seen in recent times, and this one is quite a strange one as well. A huge hairy sea creature washed up on a beach in the town of San Antonio in the Philippines. The villagers all went to see the dead creature, and marine workers took samples from it for testing. The animal was 20 foot long, and it has made the villagers in the town scared that evil is coming for them. Nobody really knows what exactly this creature is, but the people who were around it said it had a very awful smell and smelled like something from another planet. And who knows? It might actually be from another planet. Still on sea creatures, there are so many interesting ones that most of us have never heard about or even seen before. One of them is this spherical object that appeared on the beach of Wuyan Bay in Xiamen, Fujian province. These creatures look quite strange, and it has made many people wonder what exactly they are. I have a theory of what it is, but I'll let you watch the video first. After doing some research, I think these creatures are bubble algae. It is a fascinating marine organism that is found in tropical and shallow waters, and it is one of the largest single-celled organisms on Earth. These creatures look like shiny green or yellow bubbles, and they are often mistaken for clusters of small marbles or glass spheres. These creatures are very unique because of how they reproduce. They reproduce asexually, and new bubbles can sprout from existing ones, especially if the cell ruptures. They are also very difficult to get rid of because of how hard they stick to surfaces. Have you ever seen this creature before? Seems like we have a lot of strange sea creatures today, and this next one is probably stranger than the last two combined. This man was on a boat ride when he noticed a very strange and dangerous looking creature traveling over the waters really quickly. He was quite far from the creature, so he had to zoom in with his camera to see what exactly it was, and this was what the camera caught. I have no idea what creature that is, but I'm really worried for the man who took this video. He probably thought he was safe since the creature was so far away, so I can imagine his shock when it came closer than expected. What do you think this creature is? Now that we're done with the strange sea creatures, it's time to look at other strange and weird occurrences happening in this world. A group of people were in the woods when they noticed that one of the trees seemed to be glowing orange. This was very weird and scary, and they decided to cut into the tree a little to see what was going on. Imagine their shock when little sparks of fire came out of the tree. Take a look at this. Firefighters were called to the scene to take care of the burning tree, and there are theories that the fire was caused by a lightning strike. The tree had to be cut down, and the fire put out to prevent a forest fire from happening. How strange is this incident? I mean, how many times do you see fire coming out from a tree? I know I said we were done with the strange sea creatures, but this one was just too strange to not be included. While swimming in a local river, this large and hairy creature was seen floating on the water.
Ikan besar yang terdampar di pantai Masiba. Diperkirakan panjangnya sekitar berapa meter ini kira-kira, Dewa?
Tahu, 100 ke sana.
Lewat
Hah?
Sekitar 30 meter dengan lebar sekitar 5 bahkan 6 meter. Ikan besar ini sudah membusuk di pantai Masiba.
Masuk di mana? YouTube. Saudara.
Ikan ini sudah mulai membusuk. Mungkin bukan matinya di sini, namun sudah mati dan terdampar sampai di pantai Masiba. Pantai Masiba, Dusun Kurung, Desa Iha, Kecamatan Hamuan. Ikan paus atau sejenis ikan-ikan besar yang lainnya. Ikan sudah mulai. The creature was bleeding heavily and was so still that it had to be dead, but it's definitely a very strange one. I've never seen something like this before, even in the movies. We're ending today with a video of a real alien creature captured in Canada. These two guys were on a journey when they heard a strange noise. Looking out their window, they saw a strange-looking creature hiding behind a pillar, and they decided to get out of their car and check it out. Take a look at this. Hey man, can I grab a cigarette?
Are they in there? Hey, what the hell is that right there? What? Where? Right the column right there. You see that? Shit, man, let's go back. Come on. I'm messing with that. Come on.
Get the fuck out of here.
This alien creature that they captured looks like a rake, and it even screams like one. However, since they weren't able to get a video of the full body of the creature, we may never know what exactly it is. This man living in Romania had been hearing strange noises outside his house for a while, so he decided to go through his CCTV records when he saw this weird humanoid creature passing through his gated yard. As you can see, the creature looks human, but not quite human at the same time, and it has got thousands of people speculating on what it could be. One person said it's definitely a feral ghoul, and somebody else said it's just an old woman walking by. But where do you see an old woman with long legs that bend awkwardly, a hunchback, and a long crow-like face? Besides, it is a gated yard, so I don't see how an old woman would have been able to break into the yard. I think the creature is probably like an alien that was trying to pretend to be an old person with a cane. I don't believe it's an old person, but what do you think? Let me know your theories about this creature in the comments section. If you've ever wanted to see a real Bigfoot on camera, then you're in luck, because this man in Georgia has a video for you. This Georgian man said that he saw a Bigfoot run across a road and into the woods, so he decided to get his camera out and chase after the animal. After running as fast as he can for a long time, he is able to catch up to the animal and take different shots of it. Take a look at this. Amazing, right? If you were paying attention, you would hear a very deep growling from the animal as the man continues to follow it. The growling sounds quite scary, but it was even worse in person. He says that he took the growling as a warning from the Bigfoot, so he turned around and left it alone. This is a rare video that many people would like to see, so he uploaded it on his social media. What do you think about this Bigfoot chase? I say it's real, but let me know if you disagree. This video was posted on TikTok by a man named Danny. He was on his way back from a Halloween party with his son and his dog when they witnessed something spooky in the drain. The dog was the first to notice that something was wrong in the sewer, lingering and barking. They tried running away, but were only led to an even more spooky house on the block with windows blown out. Danny speculates that there might be a hole underground the house that leads to the drain, so they go back to the drain to investigate and find out what the spooky creature is when this happens.
I think there's people in the sewer, so we start running, right? Naturally, we run straight into the creepiest house on the block. I mean, look at this thing.
That's a spooky house.
Yeah, he loves this stuff. I mean, look at this house. I mean, windows are broken out, graffiti all over it. There might be a hole underground that leads right to the sewer because, you know, Rowan's got his pinwheel and he loves it. Man, I'm telling you, there's something in there. I mean, Rowan can smell it. I mean, Daryl can smell it.
What is it, Daryl? Oh, what is that?
And Rowan hears it. You know, look at him. Then my phone tweaks out of nowhere. And then this happened.
Oh, my light went out. Whoa. What is that? That's where my light went out. What is it, Daryl? I can't see. What is it? What is that? Whoa!
Nope, I'm out.
That is one of the most spooky things I've seen. First, his phone starts tweaking out for no reason, and then there's the growl that came and scared the little boy and Danny himself. What do you think was going on in that drain? For those of you who believe in aliens, but have never found any evidence to prove your point, I have good news for you. Someone who believes in aliens was standing by the side of the road at night when they saw this amazing sight. Watch. As you can see, this creature cannot be anything but an alien. It has about 8 legs and looks like a mega octopus. It's just walking along the road at night, minding its business. The creature probably thought there would be nobody outside since it was late at night, but thankfully, this person was able to get the footage of this creature moving around on Earth. Do you agree that is an alien, or do you think it's something else? Now, this next video will have you wondering just what creatures live with us on this Earth. These men were about to get into their truck and drive off when they noticed something strange on one of the tires. It looked like a regular tree branch at first, but the more they looked at it, the more it seemed like it was moving in ways a tree branch shouldn't be able to move. So they got the fantastic idea of poking the supposed tree branch with a stick to see how it would react, and this is what happened.
The fuck? Bruh. Oh, dog, his mouth's open. Bro, what is this? Look at that.
Poke its neck.
Neck, look. Oh, fuck! I got scared, I ain't gonna lie. Bro.
Poke its body.
Bro, what if he attacks me? Hey, look. Let me get that butt, boy. Ooh. Oh, shit!
Turns out the tree branch is not a tree branch at all, but a weird creature that was pretending to be a tree branch. As you can see, the creature moves around in weird shapes as it is poked, and it is actually quite scary. I have never seen a thing like this in my life. What is this creature? If you have any idea, let me know in the comments section. Somewhere in the Middle East, something strange and exciting happened. Road users were driving by when they noticed something cloud-like fall from the sky to the ground. It looked like a soft, foamy mass, almost like cotton candy that kept stretching and contorting to different shapes. Then it left the ground and took to the sky again.
هذه السحابة سبحان الله لا إله إلا الله حصلتها في المزارع في بدع فارس يعني ما بيني وبينها إلا 5 أمتار.
Curious about what the object was, 2 men followed it as it flew through the sky until it eventually landed on the ground in a remote area. When it landed, it started to separate and divide itself into pieces, some of which floated away. Then it took a standing position like there was someone inside it.
ما حد يصدق أو ما حد يصدق إنها سحابة. الحين طاحت في الأرض ونشبت في الشبك. كيف تقسمت إلى أجزاء الحين جزء طاح منها ودخل داخل المزارع سحابة غريبة فاشتلت فأنا اليوم صراحة مستغرب المنطقة هذه أشياء غرايب فيها أشوفها الحين طلعت فوق هل تصدق يا أخي
The men watched the object for a long time, trying to make out what exactly it was and whether it was dangerous or not. After watching enough and being satisfied that the object was harmless, one of them approached it to see what was inside.
ايوه
شكرا يا رفيق شكرا. عجائب الدنيا.
You can see the man put his hands inside and sift through the cloud to see if there's anything inside, but he comes up empty. There's nothing inside. What's even more strange is the fact that if you look closely, you can see a shadow in the cloud-like object. The shadow makes it look like there's something inside the cloud, but when the man puts his hands inside, there's nothing. Very strange indeed. Let me know what you think this object might have been. This final video will make chills run down your spine. Uploaded by a TikToker, it shows a demonic and evil creature that is quite honestly the scariest thing I've seen. A shaman is called to exorcise the creature, but it becomes even scarier when they arrive.
Venga, nosotros. Padre Santo. Ave María.
You can see the creature struggling and screaming for the shaman to shut up in Spanish. I don't know how those people stood there, because I'd have bolted at the first scream. What is that creature and where did it come from? I think it might be a person that has been possessed by an evil spirit. What do you think? Have you ever seen anything scarier? Tell us about the scariest thing you've seen in the comments section. Do you believe sirens exist? Well, I have something that is going to convince you of their existence, whether you believe it or not. On a beach in the south of the Dead Sea, some people were walking around, taking in the scenery, when they saw something absolutely shocking. Watch. That was a siren in a semi-advanced state of decomposition. Look at the open mouth, the jagged teeth, scales on the body. This creature could not be anything else other than a siren. If you paid attention, you could even see its mouth open slightly while the people were examining it. That's definitely a siren. I wonder how it died and washed up to the shore. What are your theories? There are some strange things in this world, but not many are as strange as a floating leaf. Watch this.
Whoa. This leaf is floating in midair. See it?
Yeah, there's nothing touching it.
Whoa, watch out, Mike. Oh no! That is weird. Oh, it's going higher. Oh, shit.
Where have you ever seen a leaf float just like that? Very strange, right? It might look like it's just the wind carrying that leaf around, but when you look closer at just how the leaf is moving, you'll realize there's no way the wind would carry the leaf that way. It's not being blown around, it's outright floating. I wonder how the leaf was doing that, and where it came from. Could it be more than a leaf? Or maybe it came from another world? One thing is for sure, this is a very strange happening, and we're just getting started. We have even more strange things for you. Have you ever heard of the Dogman? This is a mysterious creature that has been seen digging graves graves in graveyards for a reason unknown to everybody. At first, people thought it was just a random man, maybe a psycho, digging graves to steal treasures or for some other shady purpose. Here's a video of this man digging a grave in a graveyard somewhere.
Yeti oscillating multi-tool features patented duo-tech oscillation technology, which combines speed and control all in one tool. Faster F80 at Lowe's. Rockwell Tools, because speed is not.
Whose turn to hold the luggage? Now I shine like a diamond in the most awarded minivan of the year. Looking good. I also struggle to parallel park my old minivan. Move it, face! But thanks to the available parallel and perpendicular park.
It looks like it's just a man in a suit digging, but there's actually something more sinister going on here. After seeing this man come around and dig a couple of times, retired park rangers and researchers decided to investigate and find out what was going on. They inspected the holes and found that they were not something that a human could dig. They also found canine prints that led to the woods where this dogman has always been seen coming out of. Guess this dogman is not a man after all. And what's more suspicious is that every time these investigators manage to get some evidence that this dogman is not a man, the evidence mysteriously disappears. What are your theories about what is going on here? Let me know in the comments below. Still speaking of graveyards, seems like that's the place to see the most suspicious and scary things ever. It makes sense, considering it's where dead people live. This video was filmed in a graveyard in Freiburg, Germany, and it scared the person filming almost to death. What was that? It looked like an animal, but scarier. I have no idea what that could be, but if you do, let me know. I'm sure you've always wondered if any sort of creatures live in the sewers. Well, this video is about to satisfy your curiosity. Someone was lucky enough to get a video of a sewer monster called Fatberg. Watch this. Fatbergs are scary-looking monsters that can ruin your day. They are slimy, grimy, and have an extremely rancid smell that will make you wish you never left your house. So if you ever pass through a drain and smell something that seems worse than just pee and poo, it might be the sewer monster trying to ruin your day, just like it ruined this guy's day. The Spanish TikToker named Axel Loza went to an abandoned restroom that was rumored to house some very strange things, and he might have just put his life in danger. He went to the restroom to inspect and see if what people have been saying were true or not, and if he'll find any strange things or creatures there. While at the restroom, he opened stalls, banged doors, and checked every corner for signs of something strange, and he saw nothing. But was there really nothing? Watch.
No, te quiero que vean. Estoy ahorita en el baño de la universidad. Pero el pedo ahorita es que acabo de terminar de hacer el baño y pues estaba todo normal. Pero ahorita están ruidos raros y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado, pues aquí no hay nada, vean. Acá tampoco, vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Aquí pues tampoco, vean. Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, hoy. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? No hay nada.
If you paid attention, you'd have seen a pair of eyes watching him from the corner of the last stall towards the end of the video. It's easy to miss, and Axel definitely didn't see it at the time. He eventually left the restroom thinking there was nothing there, but watching the video back, he saw the creature and realized just how much danger he could have been in if that creature had decided to come out and play. Maybe this is why they say you should mind your business. Somewhere in Russia, this man was walking his dog Tarzan and making videos of him while he ran around when he saw something absolutely crazy. He was so shocked he dropped his phone while recording and had to look twice to even remotely believe what he had just seen. Take a look at this shocking video.
Tarzan, опор! А теперь ко мне. Ко мне, Тарзан. Ко мне, я говорю. Тарзан! Тарзан, я сказал, ко мне! Тарзан, ко мне! Что это? Тихо, тихо, Тарзан. Тарзан, тихо, тихо, Тарзан. Боже мой, что это было?
That was a flying girl. Can you believe it? An actual person flying. This little girl was just in the air, with her mother watching her like it was a normal occurrence. When they notice the man watching, she immediately flies to the ground, and her mother grabs her hand and they run away. How strange. How many times has this happened? How did this girl get her power of flying? Let me know your theories in the comments section. This guy was hiking in the woods when he saw something that made him run for his life. He had been walking through when something moved around. He paused his hiking to see what it was, but he couldn't really tell at first. He even wondered if it was a cow. But why would a cow be in the woods? Looking closer, he saw that it wasn't a cow, but a very scary creature that was out to get him. Look at this.
Is that a cow? What is that? Oh, frick!
You can see that is clearly not a cow. It looks like a ghost, a mummy, and an alien all in one. I don't even know which one to call it. All I know is this guy made the right decision by running when he did. He might not have lived to upload this video otherwise. The strangest things don't always have to involve people. Sometimes it can be in nature. If you ask these guys, they'll certainly say they have had a paranormal experience. But unlike many other people, they didn't see a ghost or an alien or some other scary creature. They saw rain. These men, together with their female friend, saw rain only falling in one particular spot. The rain was pouring in that one spot, as if someone in the sky was pouring a bucket of water down. Who knows? That might have been what was happening. I've heard of rain falling in one city, but not in another. However, I've never seen or heard of anything like this before. If you have, share your experiences with me. Still on strange things happening with nature, have you ever seen fish fall from the sky? Well, you're about to because it happened in real life, somewhere in this world.
آقا سود بارون ماهی سیمیسو کی باور شکنه جفا ماهی شب تازه سری طرف
People were on the street, moving about their daily life when suddenly, fish began to fall from the sky. They called it fish rain, and I agree because there's no better name for what happened. And these fishes were not dead or diseased. They were healthy, live fish, dropping to the ground for these people to take them and eat. Reminds me of manna dropping down from heaven. These people were probably reminded of that too, because you can hear them in the background thanking God. I know what a UFO is. Everybody knows what a UFO is. But have you ever seen a UFO except in movies? Do you even believe they're real? Or maybe you believe, but you've not found evidence. Somewhere in Italy, some people looked out their window and saw something they were not expecting to see. They saw a UFO. Look at this.
Quelli dell'anno scorso.
No.
Guardalo.
Bello, Anto.
Beh, zitta, fiamma.
Prendi punti di riferimento.
Punti di riferimento, la sega, punti di riferimento.
Che bello, caro.
Beh, ferma, aspetta. Aspetta. Ecco, aspetta, guarda.
No, sto.
Guarda da vicino, corri.
No, ma quanto è grande?
Corri, vai giù a sentire, vai giù dalla nonna, corri.
Aspetta,
corri.
Aspetta.
Se ne va. Cazzo. Se ne va, se ne va, se ne va.
This is such a clear video of this UFO, and I really wonder which supernatural creatures it might be carrying. It might be some aliens coming to Earth for whatever reasons. It might be to harm us, or just to make friends. I guess we'll never know. This video was posted on the Aliens and UFOs group on Facebook by a passenger on an airplane. They were enjoying the scenery of being up in the sky and able to see the clouds up close when they noticed some strange movements in the clouds. Looking closer, it looked like a cluster of lights tucked between the clouds. So they quickly got their camera out and took this video for us. Now, the people on this Facebook group believe these cluster of lights to be a sign of aliens, or perhaps what UFOs look like in some sort of early stage. I don't disagree. In fact, it only makes sense for those lights to be alien activity, especially when you notice that the lights are pulsing. They're definitely not just lights in the sky. They seem alive. There have also been reports that this kind of cluster of 6 lights was once seen in the French Alps in 1973. It has to mean something, because what are the chances chances that something meaningless occurs twice? Let me know what you think about this. Some time ago, the country of Turkey experienced an earthquake that was very dangerous. It killed a lot of people, and even more people lost their homes. The earthquake was seen as just another unfortunate natural disaster. But what if it wasn't just that? What if this earthquake was caused by something else? Let's say, for example, alien activity. I promise you, I'm not just making this theory up. There's actually proof to suggest there might have been more going on than we thought. Look at this. Just hours before the earthquake began, this cloud was seen in the sky in a part of Turkey. As you can see, not only is the cloud a weird color, it is also extraordinarily large, and in a weird shape that clouds don't usually come in. What does it mean that this cloud appeared, and then there was an earthquake after? Where did the cloud come from, and why does it look like that? I have so many questions regarding this, and while I don't have any answers right now, I do know that something fishy is definitely going on. Have you ever seen or heard of a tree walking? Neither have I, but we're in for a treat because this next video captures a real-life tree walking out of the woods on its own. Let's take a look. Even though this might seem unbelievable, I don't doubt much that happens in this world anymore, because I have seen some strange things. That's why I'm not quick to rule this out as fake, just as some of you are right now. I watched this video numerous times and looked as closely as possible to see if there was a person carrying the tree, but there was genuinely nothing but the tree walking on its own. I've never seen a walking tree before, but the person videoing this seems very calm, so maybe walking trees are more common than we think. And if aliens are real, then why can't trees walking be real too? This couple living outside Bradford, PA saw a real ghost in the forest. The area is pretty well known for ghosts and strange occurrences, and this couple decided that they were going to go into the forest and see if they would find any strange persons or things. It took a lot of patience and courage, but they were eventually able to capture a ghost on camera. Take a look.
We are walking. And we're walking.
No more holding her purse.
And we're walking. And my husband's weird, taking me out to the forest so a lion can get me. Ooh, what is that in the tree way up there?
A lion.
Look,
Where?
the dark part of it up there.
Dark?
Did you see it?
No. You better tell me before we get too close.
Right up there.
And up?
Yeah, way at the very top.
You're tripping. Point it out with the camera. Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
it's just part of tree that I guess.
Okay, then stop trying to freak people out and follow me. Hold on. What?
I'm going to go with you.
You can see it all you want. Keep on walking. Just make sure you don't drip on me.
I'm trying to watch around.
Stupid rain. Okay, let's go and go down the path where the Coco Mans live.
No. I don't go that far down. I'm scared. I want him to jam up here. Hey.
Take it. Wait. These trees are huge. I can't look up because I don't want to get water on the land. A long way. And that's where you go, driving stuff. Is that it?
Yeah.
There's the bonfire pit. Whoa. That was weird.
What?
I just saw something run across the screen.
You liar.
Swear to God, how do you stop this?
I don't know, man.
No, it was like a shadow. How do I stop this?
The ghost passed so quickly that if you blinked, you'd have missed it. If you didn't see it the first time, feel free to rewind and watch your screen closely so you don't miss it this time. After uploading this video, many of their neighbors have come out to say they had been seeing ghosts for a while, but thought they were crazy. I think it's crazy that these people were able to get the ghost on camera, so kudos to them. Did you see the ghost? What do you think? Did you know that some people can actually walk through doors? The only times I've seen someone walk through the door has been in movies. Somewhere in Russia, a CCTV camera caught this man simply walking through a door like it's a normal, everyday thing. I don't know if this man is an alien or a wizard, but that was so cool. He just casually strolls through the door like that is the normal way to do things. I wouldn't mind having that as a superpower. What do you think about this? Real or fake? I say real, but let's hear your arguments in the comments section. A woman nearly had a heart attack when she opened her oven and saw that the fish she was cooking was moving on its own. I don't blame her. I might have left my house altogether. Thankfully, she's braver than I am and managed to get us a video of the strange occurrence. Here's a look at the moving dead fish. that thing just keeps bouncing and moving wildly. Some people have said that this is usually caused by the meat or fish being extremely fresh. In this case, the muscle cells are still somewhat active and will react towards irritating things like salt or extreme heat by moving around. However, those movements are usually small twitches and not full body movements or jumping around like we saw in this video. Some people have taken another route of explanation and say that the oven is haunted. I might be moving towards that theory more. I just don't believe there is any other reason a dead fish should be moving around that much. One thing is for sure, this woman might never try eating fish again in her lifetime. If you've heard the sound of owls outside your window before, it might not have been owls after all. This man heard what he thought was an owl making some noises outside his house and decided to go out with the intention of chasing it away so he could sleep peacefully. But just as he was about to step outside his house, something told him it might be better to stay indoors and take a peek instead. Peeking outside his curtains while recording, he tried to see if it was actually an owl that was disturbing, and what he saw made him very thankful. He decided not to go out. Watch this. I don't even know what to call that creature, except scary. Not only does it look scary, it is making some scary noises as well. The creature moves from the top of the truck and quickly floats towards the man, who quickly closes his curtain and runs for his life. I would do the same. It's a good thing he remained indoors. Who knows what might have happened if he didn't? For those of you who don't believe in ghosts, this is another chance for you to change your mindset. This next video is definitely proof that ghosts might exist after all. This Spanish man was on his way to his room when he heard the sound of a child's laughter coming from the room. This was very strange and scary because he doesn't live with any children. There was no logical answer as to why there would be a child laughing in his room. Deciding to record as evidence in case something happened, the man made his way to the window of his room and peeked through the glass. He saw the silhouette of a child laughing and became even more scared. But what was even more shocking was that when he rushed into the room hoping to catch the child, there was nothing there. Look at this. If that isn't strange, I don't know what else is. How can a child just disappear if it wasn't a ghost? If you have a logical answer for that, let me know in the comments section. I know there are a lot of animals in the world, and we possibly don't know all of them, but when I see some animals like this one in this video, I wonder if they're from Earth or aliens from another planet. These people were on a night out, and on returning to their car, they were greeted by a strange-looking animal holding on to their car.
在狗狗的车，哎呦，很大只嘞，很恶的。他们不叫蝙蝠嘞，他们不叫什么？对，叫什么？差不多了。脚先来嘞，这脚。
什么可以啦？
Some people have said that it's a flying fox, but that animal doesn't look like a fox to me in any way. It has to be something stranger. I'm not even sure it's from this world. Have you ever seen an animal like that? I haven't, and I'll love to hear what your theories are on this strange-looking animal. Do you believe in guardian angels? This man definitely does after being saved from a ghastly accident by one. Before you start doubting, there is video evidence that a supernatural being was involved. Let's look at this. There is no logical theory on how that could have happened. It has to be supernatural. We just saw a person move a car out of the way of an accident using extraordinary speed and strength. If that didn't happen, there probably would have been lives lost from the accident that would have occurred. That man is extremely lucky and would probably live the rest of his life thanking his guardian angel for saving him from such a painful death. All I know is, there's no reason to not believe guardian angels are real after watching this video. Earthquakes are a well-known natural disaster that involves the ground shaking and things being forcefully moved by the power of the quake. But what do you call a phenomenon where cars are being picked up from the ground without an earthquake? Well, I don't know the answer to that either. Drivers were on the road, going about their day as usual when these two trucks got lifted off the ground. You can see the other cars on the road stop when they notice the strange thing happening around them. They were driving on a flat road, so there's no way they could have naturally flown off the ground. And there were no earthquakes at the time that could also explain the cars being forcefully moved off the ground. No matter how much I think about it, there's no explanation for this strange occurrence. It doesn't make any sense. Let me know if you understand what went on better than I do. This last video would make you wonder just how many strange animals are living in this world with us. Many of them have not been discovered yet, but every day, one more strange animal is seen somewhere in the world. These men happen to come across a dead reptile-looking animal, and it is the definition of strange.
Мужики, вы это в интернет скиньте с фотоаппарата, а?
Да.
Посмотри, у меня фотоаппарата нету, слышите, а? Вы его здесь оставьте, слышите?
Ага.
А может, кто пошутил, а? Да не только руками-то ради бога, а? Руки помой потом.
Да.
It looks like a combination of different animals. Its head resembles that of a wolf, and its body has a skin pattern that hasn't been seen on any other kind of animal. It is also bulky in a way that confuses you as to what species of animal it could actually be. And let's not forget the part of the body that looks like fins. Why would an animal that looks like that have fins? It's just another day in this world, with us wondering what something could be, but never knowing what it actually is. Maybe we will find out one day. Who knows?
It's haunting.
Two men walking late at night in a remote Catalonian forest saw something that continues to haunt their dreams till today. These two men were on a camping trip with their families when they decided to take a quick walk into the woods, and it's safe to say they didn't come back the same. Luckily for us, they were able to take a video of the entire experience. Let's take a look.
No, Matteo, ja si dentro. Da fa rato che sono dentro. Questi coglioni che sì, tia. Ascolta. Mi sentono? Va, corre fuori, tia, va!
I have come across some creepy things before, but this experience is the definition of creepy. At first, the creature looks to just be sitting and in deep thought. Then, all of a sudden, it's jumping up and chasing the men down. And let's talk about how the creature looks. It looks like a translucent skeleton, if that makes sense, but it's the only way I can describe it. For those of you who might think this video is fake, let me inform you that this incident happened in 2006, and the video was taken in the same year. This just goes to show you that people have been having paranormal experiences for decades, and it's not just a recent development. On April 7th, 2012, one man found out what happens when you mess around with ritual circles. This man living in Tennessee was a videographer in the process of making his own homemade indie horror movie. He was doing a lot of research for this movie and found out how to make a fake ritual circle that will be featured in the move to make things look more real. So he went into the woods and set up this ritual circle, but by the time he was done setting it up, it was too late to film, so he went home that night. He came back the next afternoon, and what he saw in his fake ritual circle shook him to the core.
See that thing right there? It's creeping me out. I've lived here for going on 7 years.
connected right there, but it's not. I've been over there 1,000 times. It's weird. See? I look some way.
There's no explanation for what that creature is or where it came from. The only thing that makes sense is that the fake ritual circle wasn't so fake after all. Judging by the way the creature just stays within the circle and doesn't move at all, he must have accidentally summoned it while creating his fake ritual circle. We have another camping story for you. Mike and his wife were camping in Big Bear when they saw a strange creature on their RV. It started with some strange noises, and as they wondered what was making the noise, his wife looked up, saw this creature, and screamed.
He's Rambo. Okay, you know? Rambina, more like it. What was that, Rambo?
I'm gonna catch that. You hear that noise?
That?
I'm gonna catch that.
You couldn't catch that if I...
Dude, I got my knife right here. That thing...
Pocket knife. What the hell?
At first glance, it looks like it was just an animal that was trying to get too close. But according to Mike and his wife, it was a possum-looking creature that was green. Possums don't come in green, so I definitely agree with them when they say it is strange. One thing is for sure, I might be canceling that camping trip I have coming up soon. This man once saw a rake on his property. But when we say rake here, we don't mean the tool. We're talking about a strange, dangerous creature. He saw it on his property first, but was so shocked and scared that he couldn't take a video or have any proof of the sighting. He told people about what he saw, but nobody really believed him, so he decided to go hunting for the rake. After a few days of searching, he finally saw it again in an abandoned house behind his property, and this time, he was more prepared to take a video. Let's watch it.
Cheer that.
Let's get up. Come on.
Even though the man was more prepared to take a video, his heart was not prepared for how scary the rake actually was. You can hear him scream and run out of the building, and I know I would have done the exact same thing. On a dark night, in the middle of the road, someone saw a critter, or what they thought was a critter, but on looking more closely, they discovered that it was something very strange hanging out on the road. What kind of critter looks like that and moves like that? To me, that looks more like some sort of misshapen human than a critter. When you keep studying the creature, it even starts to look like a skeleton in a weird shape. I don't know about you, but that's definitely not a critter to me. What do you think about this creature? If you saw it in the middle of the road, would you go to check what exactly it is? Or would you run? Let me know in the comments section. You know when you watch a horror movie and the main character is being haunted by ghosts in their home? You feel scared for them, but at the end of the day, it's just a movie. Well, this man found himself becoming the main character of a horror movie while in his own home. It started with knocking on the front door. Someone seemed to be aggressively knocking on the door, but when he went out to look, there was nobody there. Just as he was wondering at the strangeness of the whole thing, he started hearing the knocking inside his house too. That's where things went wild. Watch this.
I am home alone. I'm hearing my own voice upstairs. The door won't stop knocking, and there's nobody there. This door keeps banging. I thought I was hearing my voice. Nobody's there. Go away! Ooh, that was right over my shoulder. Who's... I'm giving you one chance to leave. I know what you're doing. It's not scaring me. It's not scaring anybody else. You need to leave now. I got a feeling you're in this room, aren't you? Are you in here? This again. Okay. All right. If you're gonna play these games all night, I'm not gonna play. I'm not doing this. And now I hear the bathroom water on.
Wow, that is literally the definition of a horror movie. Doors opening and closing on their own, strange noises all around, and even water in the bathroom running by itself. I do have to say, this man is very brave. He's not as scared as you would expect someone in his position to be. What would you do if you were in his position? Are you staying in the house, or are you moving out immediately? The perfect time to meet all sorts of strange creatures is always at night, and this time is no different. Once again, we encounter a strange creature hiding in the shadows of the night. While taking a walk at night, this person heard strange noises coming from a corner and decided to investigate what was going on without going too close. When they looked properly, they saw a strange creature hiding in the shadows. Take a look. As usual, we have no idea what that creature could be. It looks like it was crouching down in the darkness, but that might also just be its height. The creature is a blur, but at least it doesn't seem to be all that dangerous. I'm only saying this because unlike many of the other encounters we've seen, this creature doesn't chase the cameraman, but who knows? It might just be taking its time. We've always known that there are other creatures that live on this earth with us, but in recent years, more proof of these creatures keep coming up. This video was uploaded to a Facebook group called Aliens and UFOs. This person cited a strange-looking creature climbing a tree, and they decided they had to record it and post it because the creature was too strange to be of this world.
Камера. Блин, я, конечно, понимаю, что я там кадом, но... Какой-то полурак, полубанан... Как он моргает? Я не знаю, сколько он тут уже висит. Пока он, конечно, выглядит безопасным. Блин, он... Испугался.
I have never seen an animal that looks like that, so I definitely agree that it's not a normal creature. The color of the animal is almost the same as the tree it's climbing, and it has some very creepy eyes. Seeing creatures that look like this on Earth, it just makes sense that there are aliens living among us. There's no other explanation for a creature that looks like that, but if by chance you have an explanation, let me know what it is. We're not done talking about aliens just yet. Here is another proof that aliens definitely exist, and this time, it's in the form of a UFO UFO sighting. Despite all the noise around UFOs, very few people have actually had the privilege of seeing one by themselves. Most of what we've seen of UFOs have been in movies and shows, but this one man was lucky enough to see one in real life. An Australian man, Kerry Faridas, was flying over the Aegean Sea on his way to Greece when he saw a mysterious black object in the clouds. He immediately got his camera out and filmed the object while wondering what exactly he was seeing. The video went viral on YouTube after he uploaded it, asking other people what it could have been.
No, it's not. What is it? Kerry, what is that? What is that? Kerry, what is that?
I have no idea.
Holy crap!
Don't move me. Don't move me.
Ladies and gentlemen, compliance with the European emergency radio requirements for hand-carried liquids. A reminder, attracting customers for the following rules apply. Customers traveling from outside the European Union and are non-European airlines are only allowed to carry liquids and sealing and authorized liquids have an evident bag. A type of liquid will let it be products such as solid plastic and cigarettes purchased airtime at any age with a longer journey can be taken with. Strictly liquids may be carried in addition to one piece of standard baggage that is allowed to customers. Bullet items must be carried within the hand baggage. Thank you.
What was it?
What is it is the question. Can't see it. Where is
Still
it?
there, still there. It's a cloud.
Can you see anything else?
I don't know. I can see a lot of. Oh, yes. Sorry.
As someone who believes in aliens and UFOs, I'll be the first to say that the object in the sky definitely looks like a UFO. It's round, black, and floating in the sky. What more do you need to agree? I don't know of any other objects that have those characteristics except a UFO. What do you think? This next video is about to make you avoid large bodies of water for a while. We've seen many strange creatures on land and in the air, but it looked like the water was the one place these strange creatures seem to avoid. Well, prepare to be shocked, because it turns out the water is not safe too. A very strange creature has been sighted in a large body of water, and you might have nightmares after watching this video. At first, the creature looks like a combination of a whale and a snake at the same time, just circling in the water. The fact that it's black doesn't really help in making it look less scary. But apart from how it looks, what's probably more worrying about this creature is the way it keeps expanding and growing bigger inside the water. While it was quite large from the beginning, by the end of the video, the creature had expanded to be almost twice its original size. It also looked like it was slowly moving towards land. I don't know what that is, but I'm not sure being so close to it is a good idea. What are your theories on this creature? Speaking of strange creatures in the air, this last video might just be more shocking than everything we've had so far. During a thunderstorm, a person living close to the woods saw something strange, scary, and shocking. But instead of this strange creature coming out of the woods, as you would usually expect, it came out of the sky instead. More accurately, it rose out of the clouds with the loud sound of thunder. Take a look at it. That is the last thing you would expect to see in the sky. The way it gradually rises makes it even scarier. How is a creature that big coming out of the clouds? What even is that creature? It kind of looks like the silhouette of a big bird, like an ostrich or a flamingo, but neither of those birds can fly so high, so there's no way it's one of them up there in the sky. I'm really curious as to what that creature is, and I'm sure you are too. The sad thing is that we may never know. If you don't believe in aliens, then this video might just convince you otherwise. And for those who believe in aliens, this might be the proof you need to convince all your friends you're not crazy. In Russia, 2 men saw something bizarre in a snowfield. They were hanging out outside, enjoying the fresh air, when they noticed that something wasn't right. It looked like a wreckage had happened, so they started fishing around the area to see if they would find anything weird, and they did. They saw a dead alien.
Вот его там нашли, короче, ну, смотри. Пойдем.
Где нашли?
Вон, видишь. Сейчас сюда проходим, смотри. Вон она, сука, безобразие лежит. Сейчас, погоди, нашли. Да вот, ебать, часа 2 назад, хули, ебаный. Собака, хули, унюхала, сука. И все, мы хули, думаю, что за нахуй лежит, смотри. Да я хуй знаю, погоди, смотри. Вообще, ебать. Что за нахуй ты? Ну, это понятно, что дохлый. Да хляк, короче, лежит. Она не та же планета. Главное, сейчас дохлетел. Ноги хули нету, ебаный, что? Вообще как это ебать день непонятное.
Неделю лежит, наверное, тут.
There's no way this isn't real. It looks exactly just like I would think an alien looks like, except it's way smaller than expected. If I was going to make a fake video of an alien, I would make the alien look really big, or at least the size of a human. I think that is a real alien, and maybe it died because its UFO crashed. The body of the alien also looks really detailed. I'm very excited about this video, and I'm sure you are too. Still on the matter of weird creatures, we're about to see another of the weird creatures that exist in this world. This one is called a stick bug, at least according to science. I like to think of it as a weird alien animal. Take a look at this. I've never seen anything that looks like this before. It's like a mixture between a weird-looking butterfly and a scorpion, and it is also beautiful in a weird kind of way. Apparently, stick bugs are creatures that have a defense mechanism that makes them act like scorpions, so they pretend to be scorpions in order to scare predators and enemies away. One thing I can say about these creatures is that they are very weird for sure. How can you look like a butterfly but act like a scorpion? I guess some things will just remain unexplainable at the end of the day. You're about to realize that being kind might not always pay off. Maybe it's better to just be on your own and mind your business sometimes. After what happened in this video, this woman might never extend a helping hand to anyone ever again. On this fateful night, she was passing through a street when she heard what sounded like a young lady weeping. It was raining and the woman was very worried, so she went out of her way to check up on the crying lady. When she got closer, she could see that the lady was sitting in front of a hole in the ground, weeping profusely. At first glance, it looked like she was mourning someone dear to her. Still worried about this young lady, the woman tapped her multiple times, asking her to come out of the rain. But when the lady turned back to face the woman, she saw something she never expected. Watch this.
Siapa? Ngapain? Kok nangis di sini? Kamu siapa? Nggak tahu. Kenapa? Kok makin kencang sih? Hujan loh ini. Yuk masuk yuk. Siapa ini? Kenapa? Yuk masuk yuk. Kena hujan nanti, kena hujan. Yuk kena hujan yuk. Ayo yuk. Kena hujan nanti. Yuk masuk yuk. Ayo masuk. Masuk ayo. Kenapa? Kamu kenapa?
How scary is that? Imagine just trying to help someone in distress and being surprised like this. It's clear that the crying lady is a ghost, and the hole she was crying over is probably where she was buried. From the way her face looks, you can assume she had a violent death, and that's why she's stuck in this world, refusing to move on. This must have been a truly terrifying experience for the poor woman who just wanted to help. I'm sure running into a ghost was the last thing she expected. What do you think about this whole experience? Imagine driving and seeing a huge hole in the ground. Well, that's what happened in the next video we're about to see. This man was driving through a tunnel when he saw a huge hole in the ground that shocked him and made him stop his car in the middle of the road. He sat there for a few minutes wondering if he was seeing things or if it was truly a hole in the ground. But when another car drove past him and stopped just before the hole, he could confirm that he wasn't seeing things and something was actually wrong, or at least that's what it looked like. Turns out things were not actually as they seemed. Let's watch this.
Holy fuck, bro. I almost just went in this on-ramp. There's no signs blocking it off, and I thought I was fucking high. That's just a pit on the on-ramp. What the fuck? They don't have this shit blocked off or nothing. Watch, this guy's coming. There's a guy coming behind me.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Oh, is he gonna fucking go? Holy shit. Oh, it's water. I am high. I'm not actually high, but holy fuck, bro. It looks like a pit, doesn't it? Shit, it's water. Motherfucker. I thought they just carved out a hole. I'm tripping. Woo! Alright.
So, it wasn't actually a hole, but a puddle that gave the illusion of being a hole. I can't blame this man for being confused, because I was fooled as well. Some people have said that a puddle that big might not just be a puddle, but a sinkhole. Maybe drivers need to be careful when going through that road. What did you think when watching this video? Were you confused as well? This next video is going to show you a strange phenomenon that happened in the sky. On a random day, a person noticed a light dancing in between the clouds and was very curious as to what was going on. So he got his camera out and decided to take a video of the sky. At first glance, it looks like it's just the sun being covered by the clouds. But as time goes on, the light starts to move in ways that the sun has never been seen moving. Let's take a look. Strange, right? There's no way that the sun is moving like that. It's just not possible. At some point, the light even looks like a really bright fire. I have no idea what else a bright presence like that in the sky could be, apart from the sun, but I guess that's why we're calling it a strange phenomenon. Do you have any idea where that light could be coming from? Let me know in the comments section. Did you know that there's something called a millipede river? It might sound like something out of this world, but it's actually a fascinating real-world sight that can only be found in special parts of the world. This millipede river comes about when thousands of millipedes move together in the same direction, usually when they're relocating. Because of the slow and segmented movements of these millipedes, this mass movement ends up looking like a dark, flowing river. A tourist in Taiwan was lucky enough to see a millipede river while exploring the woods. Let's take a look. While a millipede river can be fascinating, it can also be kind of creepy and disturbing. Scientists are still not sure why exactly these millipede rivers exist, especially as millipedes are usually solitary insects. There have been different theories about why the mass movement happens, and while some people think it's because of a change in environment and the need to find new food sources, some think they only move because it's mating season. There are no specific places where you can find a millipede river in real life. It only happens once in a while and in different places, so it's a matter of luck. But if you're determined to see one, you could start from Taiwan, which is where this video was taken. This final video is a gem. We might have just found where the aliens on Earth live. In southern Brazil, residents in a village were going about their day when they saw something truly surprising. In this village, there is an island that nobody ever goes to because it's full of hills and basically impossible to get to. In fact, no human has been to the island for as long as the villagers have been around. So they were very shocked when they looked in the distance one day and there were people roaming on the hill. What was even more shocking was that these people were so big that the villagers could almost see them clearly, even from a very far distance. A normal-sized human would have looked no bigger than an ant from such a distance. Watch this.
Ó, ele tá no meio do morro. Olha ele ali, olha ele no meio do morro.
Ele vai ser muito camufladão,
A gente tá 1,5 km daqui, né? Olha só, ele tá descendo agora. Ele tá descendo.
Muito rápido. Gente, é muito rápido.
Cara, menos de 1 minuto. Olha só.
Não, gente, vamos lá, mãe. Vamos.
Não, olha lá. Como que se fosse um macaco? Tá conseguindo ver ele ainda?
Aham.
Em direção a essa pedra aqui, ó.
Tá no zoom máximo aqui.
Continua descendo. Cara, faz 2 minutos que ele desceu do topo.
Ele desceu muito rápido.
Olha as passadas dele, o tamanho.
E ele tem trilha?
Não. Putz, é um gigante. Eu tô vendo aí, eu tô vendo. É um gigante
Como ele
mesmo.
falou, é um animal. Ele tá descendo,
É um gigante mesmo. Não, ele vai pra algum lugar, velho. É.
Gente, olha o tamanho do cara lá.
Olha a rapidez. Olha a rapidez. Caiu atrás da pedra.
Everything about this situation is quite strange, and I can see why the villagers think those are aliens living on that hill. I also agree with this theory. If you think those are just regular humans, then how did they get to an island that is impossible to get to? And how do they still seem so big from a far distance? If you have answers to these questions, put them in the comments section. Have you ever been to the beach at night, only to find that the sand and the water are glowing blue? It's usually so shiny that it almost looks like millions of stars dropped from the sky into the water, like something from a fairy tale. Not many people have been lucky enough to witness this amazing sight in person. In fact, some people don't even know that it is a thing. These group of friends went to a beach at night and were lucky enough to see this, and even play in the water. Let's take a look.
Whoa, check out this bioluminescent algae in the sand.
Oh wow.
Like that's like.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Nah, bro.
Oh yes.
What the heck? What the heck? Dude, you're glowing so much. So much. Oh, it's so glowy. Wow, Raya. It looks so cool. Can you see it like around us? Yeah.
As you can see, the water and the sand looks like something out of this world. Science has explained this phenomenon to be caused by something called bioluminescent algae, which are tiny magical organisms that light up when disturbed and paint the ocean with a blue glow. That seems out of this world. Even though there is a perfectly reasonable scientific explanation for this magical creature, I think that if something seems out of this world, then it is probably not from this world. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you think. As for where these bioluminescent algae can be found, you might want to explore the beaches in Puerto Rico for them. We're moving to Mexico in this next video, where we will witness something truly terrifying. But today's horror does not come from ghosts or aliens. It comes from a flock of birds. Yes, you heard that right. You're about to be shocked out of your mind by a flock of birds. Somewhere in Mexico, a CCTV camera placed on the street caught a flock of birds crashing to the ground unexpectedly, and nothing could prepare you for how absurd the incident was. Let's take a look. Scary, right? What could have made such a large number of birds fall from the sky like that? It seemed like they were stunned or dazed by something in the sky, and it made them fall for a few seconds. You can see that they fell with so much force that it took some of them a lot of time to get back up to the sky, and some of the birds never even got up. I really wonder what caused those birds to fall that way. Do you have any theories about this? Let me know in the comments section. I'm sure we all know what a werewolf is, but for those who did not watch Twilight, let me quickly explain what it is to you. It's a half-wolf, half-human creature that can switch to either one at will. Sounds like a great superpower, right? They're also known to be super strong and intelligent. The only thing about this amazing creature is that it's fictional, or at least that's what we thought. When you only see something in the movies, you tend to assume it's not real. But what if I told you that werewolves don't only exist in books and movies? What if they are real? You don't have to wonder about that for long, because there is proof that these creatures actually exist. Let's take a look at this video.
Shit!
I thought this was car headlights, but it's not. And it's blinking. Oh, that's not car headlights. I'm gonna get a bit closer.
A man was taking a walk in the woods with his girlfriend when they came across a strange creature. At first they wondered what it was, but after studying it for a bit, they determined it was a werewolf. You can see the unnaturally green eyes of this creature. No one has eyes that glow in the dark except werewolves. The most amazing thing is that after growling for a few minutes, the creature just vanished into thin air. I didn't know werewolves could disappear, but that was a great way to find out. What would you do if you saw a werewolf in the woods? Will you run or make videos? Have you ever seen a dead animal moving around? If your answer is no, then you're in luck, because that's exactly what this next video is about. For those that enjoy catching snakes to eat them, this might be your warning to stop messing around with those creatures. This man caught a snake with the intention of eating it. After capturing the snake, he chopped the head and tail off, then drained the blood out of the snake. He also skinned and gutted it in preparation for the cooking. Everything was ready, and all he had to do now was season it and cook it. So imagine how shocked he was when he turned around and discovered the snake moving on the plate.
No head, no tail, no guts, no skin.
It still moves.
That's nuts. That's nuts. Yeah. Slithery snake.
And it wasn't just small movements. The snake was fully moving around on the plate. I bet if that snake was on the floor, it would have traveled a few kilometers. I have no idea how the snake was still able to move after it was skinned and gutted. But what's more concerning is that this man still ate the snake. He seasoned it with oil, garlic, and salt before cooking and eating it. Let me know if you also think snakes are a delicacy. Seeing strange things in the sky is something that takes getting used to, and it seems like there are always strange things up there these days. On a random morning, while people were going about that usual day, someone looked up to the sky and saw what seemed like a man standing in the sky. As you could see in the video, the man in the sky was wearing some sort of white robes, and he stood there with his arms stretched out. Many people who were present and saw the apparition have called it Jesus' second coming because they believe the person standing in the sky is Jesus. To be honest, I don't blame them for this analysis. If you've seen any paintings or pictures of the ascension of Jesus, that's exactly what this video looked like, except the man is just there and not ascending. Others have called it blasphemy against God. Whatever it is, one thing we can all agree on is that it is a strange situation that you could never expect. Every day, we uncover new situations and new proof that aliens are real. Today, we have another one. In Peru, a group of grave robbers decided it was time to go about their daily profession of digging up graves to rob them of anything valuable. They headed to the Nazca cave for their next mission and started digging up graves as usual. But when they came to one particular grave, they saw something they didn't expect to see. Something more valuable than gold and silver. Let's take a look. Seeing a blue alien in a grave was very shocking to them, and they knew they had to share it with the rest of the world. If you look closely, you can see the position of the arm of the alien change every time the light is shown directly at it. What do you think about this new discovery? Are you heading to Peru to search for more aliens? I have seen some strange things, but what happens in this next video is the definition of strange. On October 31st, 2015, a man named Brian Notetail was in Nova Scotia exploring the woods. He had his camera out and was looking around the area when he noticed that something strange was happening. After looking closely at the ground for a few minutes, he discovered that the earth was breathing. I know it sounds absurd, but watch this video and see for yourself. Brian must have thought the idea of the earth breathing was insane as well, because he moved to another area of the woods, only to discover the same thing happening there as well. There's no other way to explain the movement the earth was making except that it was breathing. The movements were too calm and subtle to be the result of an earthquake or some other natural disaster. I definitely agree with Brian's description. We already know that a very large percent of strange experiences happen at night, but this experience is more than strange. It's scary. In Poland, a man was riding his scooter at night when he saw something that made him stop in the middle of the road. He was on his way home from work, and he was very tired, so his first reaction was to wonder if he was seeing things. But even after blinking repeatedly for a few seconds, the creature he saw did not disappear like he thought it would. This was when he got his camera out and started filming.
रिकॉर्ड कर वीडियो फोटो रिकॉर्ड कर वीडियो फोटो I have no idea what that creature could be. It looks like a ghost and an alien all at the same time. What's scary about this is how the creature just keeps walking to its destination without minding anything around it. It seems to just be having the time of its life. If I were this man, I would consider going back to work because there's no way I'm driving past that unknown creature. I've always said that large bodies of water probably contain the strangest things because there's so much space to hide. And this video just proved me right. After watching this video, you might want to reconsider swimming in lakes and rivers because you never know what you may find there. This man suspected that there was more than just fishes inside this river, and he decided to try out his theory by throwing a handful of bait into the water just to see what would happen. This was the shocking response from the water.
I know some of you are about to say that it was probably a fish that jumped that way, but I completely disagree. I don't think there's any kind of fish that could create such a reaction in the water. If you know of any, mention them in the comments section. I think it was an unknown creature that got triggered by the baits that were thrown, and I'm not sure I want to know what that creature is anyway. It seems scary enough in the water. Still on strange things, this next video shows us just how weird the world is, but this time we're on land. On a normal afternoon, this weird creature came out to the middle of the road and proceeded to walk through the road like everything was normal. The creature looked like a woman wearing a hijab, but it had 4 legs and was walking in a way no human has ever been seen walking. Enough of the talking, let's show you the video.
Did I get city stuff? Voilà, merde. Qu'est-ce que c'est ce truc de fou, oh? Oh, il y a l'animal.
Strange, right? I don't understand what is being said in the video, but I'm sure the men are expressing their surprise at seeing such a thing in broad daylight. This is something I'd expect to see at night, and not in the middle of the road on a random afternoon. The creature just keeps moving, while expertly dodging the other people on the busy road, and it looks like it's not its first time. If you have any ideas what this creature is, please enlighten the rest of us in the comments section. Have you ever wished to have a superpower? I know I definitely have. Well, it turns out some people actually have superpowers and are living the dream life. It also turns out that Russia is the home of all these people who have superpowers. The other day, we found a flying girl in Russia. Now, we're about to see a girl with super strength in the same country. At first, this girl looked like an ordinary schoolgirl who was trying to get herself in order before she got to school. But when she mistakenly kicked her brush under a car, she showed that she wasn't so ordinary. Take a look at this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but even the strongest man in the world cannot lift a car with one hand. There's no explanation for what this girl just did except that she has superpowers. When she doesn't find the brush that way, she calmly puts the car back in place, then pushes it without any real effort. That kind of strength doesn't come naturally. Even though I've always wished for teleportation as my superpower, I definitely wouldn't complain if I had this one. Do you know what a rake is? When I say rake, I'm not referring to the popular farm tool we all know. I'm talking about a paranormal creature. A rake is a creature that looks like a skeleton, but moves around with more strength and speed than a grown man. It usually hangs around in abandoned houses and dark places, and it is quite a scary sight to come across. Different people all around the world have reported sightings of a rake, and now we have another one for you. This time, the rake wasn't seen in an abandoned building, but in a residential home with CCTV camera. Let's take a look. You can see the rake jump down the stairs with agility and then destroy the light. This just goes to confirm the well-known fact that rakes prefer to be in the dark. Have you ever seen a rake before? Let me know your experiences in the comments section. We're wrapping up today with a video of a flooded tree. A farmer noticed that one of his trees wasn't doing well. No matter what he did or added to the tree, it just wasn't producing as it should have. After trying for a long time, he decided to give up on the tree and cut it down. But when he made the first cut, he was surprised to see water flowing out the tree. I know this sounds very bizarre, but watch this video.
This has been pouring for a minute. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Loco. A waterfall. Oh, wow. Wow. That's something else right there. Good old sweet gums. Man.
The dirty water flowed out the tree with speed, and it went on for a while before it finally ended. The farmer eventually found out that the top of the tree had rotted, allowing water to get into the tree and accumulate over time. After draining all the water out, the farmer has decided to give it another chance, hoping that the reason it wasn't thriving was all the water stuck inside it. I have to say, this was the perfect ending to our list of strange happenings today.